YouTube, we got a long recipe. We see if we can do this all in one part, but I'm not sure if we can. So, need to make some of this here pie crust. They're doing it from scratch instead of getting the big Y version. You need that. Hold on, I forgot an ingredient over here. Hold on, YouTube. Now, I don't usually use salt, but this is a special occasion. I'm making my meat pie. I'm making my meat pie. Okay, and then we have to add the butter. Hold on, I'm gonna pause while I put the butter in there. So YouTube, I threw the butter in there. Now I got some water I'm gonna put in there. Start with a little bit of water. See how much it needs. And we start mix this around. Making our dough. See what happens. Yeah, I do this for the holidays. That's a nice thing to do for the holidays. YouTube needs a little bit more water in there. I add all the water in there. Add all that water in there. If it come out too watery, oh well. Yeah, most people, they have like a mixer that can do this. Yeah, I don't have that. I got all this dough in my whisk. Hold on, YouTube. I'm gonna pause you guys for a second. I'll let you come back when this dough is made. And YouTube, there we have it, a perfect pie dough. I added a little bit more flour to it because it was kind of wet. I'm gonna put it in some plastic wrap, and I'll wrap them up just like this. I'll wrap them up like this, like so. Get them all in the fridge here. You can kind of see there's still some chunks of butter in them. You don't want to overmix that pie dough, YouTube. We're going to roll it out and smush that butter around anyways. And the butter's going to melt anyways when it cooks. Alright, what's next? Oh, YouTube. I got all my plates out drying. Hold on. They're dry enough, YouTube. In case you can't tell, I just did all my dishes and cleaned up all my kitchen. YouTube, need some water. Get that water in that pot. That ought to be enough. Get that water heated up. Because guess what we got in here, YouTube? That's where I keep my potato. I have to peel up this here potato. I need the peeler. There it is. YouTube, I'm about to do this off camera. Hold on. And there you have it. One potato perfectly peeled. And now I have to cut it a little bit. Cut that potato up into chunks. Get off. cut them up into nice chunks. We better boil this sweet potato. That. Then we shall transfer this potato into the water. And this potato will boil up. You need potatoes for this. I need to get my other pot. Here we go. Jeez. Here we go. This one's where we're going to cook up this meat mixture. I need to clean my kitchen a little bit. Check that out. So I tried some of the dough, but you see that wet part? That wet part's the part I tried. I spit it out because it didn't taste very good. So I hope it tastes better when it's all cooked. Check that out. That looks like milk. Hold on, let's see. I need 2 hands for this. There. Now we got our bowl clean. Put this here flour back away. Oh, YouTube, I'm kind of doing laundry right now, too. I kind of gotta go take care of that. I definitely have to go take care of my laundry. Oh, no, YouTube, I'll be right back. Alright, YouTube, well, that went quite well. Now I'm adding some butter to this here pan. And off camera, I sliced up this here onion. I'll add it to the pan with the butter and let it cook up a while. Hold on, I need to get the rest of this off. This recipe uses a lot of butter. Make sure Big Y has butter before you try this recipe. And we need a spoon. And mix these around. Alright. And while these onions are cooking, we can do our spices. We can make our spice mixture. First thing I'll put some cinnamon. Just a little bit. Next thing I'm gonna put, let's see here. What would be good? I might put a little bit of chili powder. This recipe does need a little bit of salt. And I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic salt too. And I'm gonna go put a little bit of garlic powder. my garlic powder, see that YouTube? My garlic powder is all congealed up. Let me know in the comments if your garlic powder also does that. Let's see here, what else can we put? I'll put some of this here allspice. Hey, this is smelling tasty. What else do we need for this? Put some of this here black pepper. Alright, and what else can we add to this? I might as well try some of this pumpkin pie spice. Just a little bit. A touch of this here ginger. Just a little bit. Alright. What else can we add in here? I think that's it. I think just good. So this is our spice blend here. Our seasonings. These onions cook up. Oh, YouTube, I almost forgot. Got some celery going for this too. Some celery. I'll cut up this celery, I'll see you in a second. We got our celery all cut up. Time to add it to the pan. Not too much, just a little bit, you know. And when I was at Big Y getting this here celery, I accidentally pressed the button for like an entire bag of celery, so it was going to charge me like $2.50 for it. And I looked at that and I was like, oh geez, I need to talk to the people working at Big Y and get this taken off. So we did that, and I got it taken off. And it turned out to be only 22 cents for that celery instead of like $2.50. And then my buddy come up to me. He comes up behind me. I didn't even know he was in the store. My buddy came up, and we get to talking in Big Y. We're gonna add our spices in here. Why not add the spices in? Oh, YouTube, this smells good. Mix your spices in there. Yeah, making my holiday meat pie, my meat pie for the holidays. And you might be sitting there saying to yourself, well, where's the meat? Where's the meat? Well, I'll go get the meat. It's about that time. We need to add in the meat. We got the Big Y special. We have ground pork and we have ground beef. Open up this here ground meat. Open up this here ground meat. Jeez, it's hard to do with one hand. You guys know how to do this. You know, you don't have to watch me do this. It's hard to do with one hand. Sorry, YouTube. We got our meats open up. Let's check on our potatoes. See how done they are. These potatoes are still hard as a rock, YouTube. These potatoes are not nowhere near done. That's okay. I do need a little bit of this water though. Time to add in our meat. See if I can't get you guys a good angle of this action here. Stuff in the way. Dang it. Alright. Now from this angle you can clearly see the potatoes and the mixture. We got our pork rolling in. Oh, there's that paper on YouTube. You don't want to eat the paper. Look at that. Look at the blood. Look at the blood in that YouTube. Next up, we got our beef. Add that in there. I washed my hands. I accidentally touched some of it, YouTube. We're gonna need more of this water. You gotta make sure you got enough water in there, YouTube. You do not want this mixture to dry out. And then we kind of mix it all together, like so. You guys have watched me mix up ground beef on the channel before. Now this is like a pretty regular recipe for the channel, except for doing the pie crust. I usually get the crust pre-made, but it's something special to do for the holidays. I need more water. Yep, good thing we got plenty of water for these potatoes. Use a lot of water. Now, 2 hands to mix this together, YouTube. A chunk of onion escaped. Mix it up good. phone just fell in the boiling water, YouTube. It just fell into that. And I reached down in there with my bare hands. I pulled it out. And somehow... Oh, my hands need cold water. And somehow, with all that is magical, my phone is still recording. We didn't lose the video. Oh, geez. I just burned my hand. Hold on, YouTube. I need to pause this video. Yeah, YouTube, it's important when you burn your hand, you run it under ice cold water from the sink. I just did that for a while, so hopefully my hand is okay. But thankfully the phone is okay. The phone is alright. The phone went right into that pot of water. And it don't look hot, but YouTube, that is hot water. Check the steam coming off of that. For some reason in my apartment, water doesn't boil. But it gets nice and hot. And I might have to keep running my hand under that ice cold water. I need to... Oh yeah, I can feel the burning coming back in my hand. I'm gonna let this cook up a little bit more. I'll see you in a couple minutes. Yeah, so the phone fell off these here paper towels right into that water. It did like a front flip. I hope that looks cool on the video. That's probably never been done on YouTube before. And let me tell you, YouTube, these potatoes... I don't even think they're getting close. You know, something that should have been done a long time ago, YouTube. There should have been a lid on this here pot. And that's for safety. Meanwhile, we got our meat cooking. And there is pork involved in this, YouTube. And whenever you're working with pork, you want to make sure you cook it all the way. You most definitely want to be cooking this all the way. Because pork can give you all kinds of nasty diseases if you eat it raw. I don't normally eat pork like this. I don't normally cook with pork, but for this you need a little bit of pork. I need to keep running my hand under some water, YouTube, because the burning is coming back. Hold on. Yeah, I definitely don't recommend sticking your hand into a pot of boiling water. Don't do that. Anyways, we got our meat cooking up. We got our potatoes cooking up. They gotta be pretty much done by now. These things, they gotta be done. Let's see if we can get a fork and stick it in them. We can even, we'll use a fork. We'll use a fork. See if they pass the test. YouTube, they do not pass the test. What are these potatoes made of? They've been sitting in this water for like an hour. And when I cook on medium. See that, YouTube? When I cook, I'm on medium. So I'll catch you guys later when these potatoes are cooked so we can mash them up and we can add them to this. Potatoes are done. And meanwhile, I've been nursing my hand under this cold water, YouTube. You do not want to mess around when it comes to burning your fingers and burning your hands. And also what I did, I added a lot more spices to the mixture. So I added a bunch more, allspice. I added a bunch more black pepper. I added a little bit more salt. And YouTube, I'm sorry to say, I accidentally used the wrong setting for the cinnamon. So I just cinnamon challenged this. I dumped like a whole, I put way too much cinnamon in it, but I hope that it has a lot of good flavor, so. Anyways, I'm gonna mash these potatoes up. Hold on, I can turn this off. I can put the lid on this. And you guys can watch me mash up these potatoes. I need something sturdy. Hey YouTube, we'll use this whisk that we used earlier. Mash these up good. Okay, that's not mashing up. Why? Did this one not pass the fork test? Okay, there it goes. Mash up these here potatoes. Mash them up good. See that, YouTube? Mash them up good. The potatoes will act as the glue. See this, YouTube? There we go. Now we're going. Alright. And we add these into our mixture. Check it out. The potatoes will act as the glue. That look good. That smells good too. It smells like cinnamon. Anyways, we're gonna let this cook up a little bit more. And I gotta stick my hand back under that cold water. Now we're doing the pie dough. So I took this out of the freezer. This half is gonna be the bottom half. You gotta roll it out. Don't worry, I cleaned off my table here before I started. So basically, you take your rolling pin and roll it out. Just like that. Roll it out. Just like that. And YouTube, I put some non-stick spray onto the pie pan here that I'm using. So hopefully the pie crust does not stick to the pan. still rolling up this crust. Sorry it takes 2 hands to do it. But I'm making progress, YouTube. We're getting this crust done. And it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be worth it. It's definitely gonna be worth it. You can skip this part if you're bored of just this black screen. I don't care. But now I'm gonna be rolling up the crust onto the rolling pin, and then we shall transfer to the pie pan. Beautiful. Check out my handiwork. I'm going to do the same thing for the top crust, but you can kind of nestle this guy into here. I'm going to do the same for the top crust. I got to stick my hand back under the water, YouTube. Hold on. YouTube, check it out. We got our meats in there. I also got this here egg wash going for the top, and we have the top crust here. So I gotta put the top crust on now. And just like that, we have our top crust. Now, you have to kind of go around the sides and crimp it, but you need both hands for it. So YouTube, hold on. I'm gonna do a couple of them. You kind of need both hands for it, where you kind of go like this. Or you kind of like, you smoosh it together a little bit. Oh wait, YouTube. I forgot I have to trim off the excess first. I kind of started doing it there though. See that? I gotta trim off the excess. Hold on. And there's the edges trimmed. And there's the edges crimped. Now we gotta do this here egg wash. Usually people use a brush, but I don't own one of those, so just gonna do some of this. Get in there with our fingers and kinda, oh yes. Oh geez, the egg wash is spilling off onto, oh that is not good, YouTube. I'm gonna have to clean that up. I'm gonna have to clean that up in a little bit, but it is what it is, YouTube. It is what it is. I'm the only one. If it doesn't come out good, I'm the only one eating it. I ain't making this for my family. They ain't gonna have a piece of this. I make this for me. I'm gonna be eating on this all week. Oh yes. And last but not least, we need some holes in it. So I'm gonna do a little. Gonna do one of these. YouTube, just wait. You will see my vision. I'm like an artist with this dough right now. Check this out, YouTube. This is gonna look dank. Ain't nobody ever made one like this before. Oh yes. Give him a nice smile. Make sure the eyes are good. And now we shall put him into the oven, which I already have preheating on 375. Check it out, YouTube. Hold on. I'm gonna pick this up with my hands and put it in the oven. Now this is gonna take forever to bake, YouTube, but I'll catch you guys later when it's done baking.